I never knew this was in Nottinghamshire, of all places. It's absolutely beautiful. Around about 5 miles from the city centre. I'm going to take you to go and find this. Absolutely stunning, intricate and beautifully small. Join me as we take a look for the Lambley Dumbles. Hello everybody, I'm Ant and welcome to the Village of Lambley in Nottinghamshire. This is the Trekking Exploration YouTube channel, brand new video, and today I've come to find the Lambley Dumbles. Date back around about 10,000 years from when the last ice age was present and the waters gradually melted away. The Lambley Dumbles are set within ancient woodlands, lots of flora and greenery around and also nature. So let me show you where I am today. So Lambley Village is all this built up area on the right hand side. Beautiful, beautiful location. Main Street on the right hand side. Coming towards the bend just here is where the footpath is that I'm going to take today. And this is the point where Main Street also turns into Spring Lane. We've got Catfoot Lane going off at the top. And we need to make our way over here where it says the Bunny Bowls. And we need to make our way all the way along this line of trees going off to the left. That is the Lambley Dumble, and we're going to follow that footpath along the edge of that before attempting to get down into the bottom and the depths of the Lambley Dumble. So I'm coming off Spring Lane there, then just there it turns into Main Street going into Lambley. But now we're going to follow this beautiful green path. And on the right is the deep brook that we need to follow. That is just down there behind those trees. As soon as I get sight of it, I'm going to show you it because I'm hoping to get to the other end where these dumbles are. I mean, this is just beautiful down here. It's early September 2024. Okay, there's a little gap, look. So I can show you how far down that is, look. You can just see the Lambley Dumble. The water is down there, look. You see where dogs have probably run down there too. So we've got to get down there, but a little bit further up. But from a recent visit to the area, there is a little bridge, and I'm hoping it'll get us to the other side, and then we can actually make our way down into the bottom. And these dumbles, they were formed around about 10,000 years ago, around about the last ice age when waters began to retreat. That caused rivers and streams to swell, and it cut gouging waterways through the soft and the hard bedrock, and that is how the dumble was made that we're coming to see today. It's still just over there. I think if I head up past these trees, the footpath is going to take us over. Might get our first real glimpse of the Lambley Dumbles. 10,000 years of history. Probably the highest we've been. That's pretty much double what we saw earlier. I think that's a long drop down. If your dog rolls down there, it's going to have a long trundle back up to flatter land. We've got to keep going further up there, and we'll hunt out this footbridge and the beautiful, beautiful area that I'm looking for. Okay, another makeshift style and quite a drop. Again, look, you just make out the bottom down there. Fenced off here too. There you go, you can see it a bit better, look, the water glistening. I can hear it trickling too, which means there must be additional rock formations coming up, allowing the water to move about a bit more. So we come down there, probably about 15 minutes walk, and the path is going up there, but I find this bit a little bit curious, and it's relatively dry, so shouldn't really slip. I'm going to see if it'll take us down. This is going well, isn't it? It's down there, I can hear that water trickling. Oh, look at this. This is absolutely stunning. I get onto this ledge. Look at that. Look how deep it is. We've come from all the way up there. And you know, I don't know if I'm going to be able to... I'd like to get down there at some point. That's looking a bit sketchy. If I go across here, I believe it's still... We're going to get down there, do we think? What shall we do? Do you know what? I think I'm just going to... Yes! Down. Look at that, split into two. Look at this. So I've just come down there. My mum will probably have a word with me about that one. This is absolutely stunning. Now this flow of water coming from the left, look. Let's take a look at the one on the right hand side. First of all then, let's see what we've got. Oh, this is really nice. Bet this is great after a lot of rain. Look at this, quite a rock pool. Maybe I've got my sister to thank for this one. She told me about and showed me this one, so shout out to her for this. I'm going to try and push on a little bit more and see what else we can find. A quick look and I can show you where we are. So Lambley Village off to my right hand side of this map. You can see where it clearly splits into two. Neither direction goes off very, very far, and there's also two footbridges marked up on the map, both of which we'll come to at some point on this walk and explore. Okay, this is going to be as far as I can get along this way. Fallen trees, broken branches, but it doesn't really go much further. I think it just narrows off and goes under a small bridge. It's all these rock formations, like little bits of slate which have worn away over the centuries, and moss, tree growing out the side. It's a real hidden wonderland, isn't it, this one? Right, so I'm going to attempt to push on back to where the two streams or brooks split. I came across this earlier without wetting my feet, so I'm going to try and do that again. There we go. And back down. This is simply lovely, isn't it? Look at that. So here we are, look, back at the junction after our short foray up the right hand side turn off before we got cut off by the fallen trees and branches. I'm going to delicately make my way up this one now. This one has a little bit of an incline to it, and at the same time I believe there is also a short waterfall to be found. I'm looking forward to seeing that. So as you might have seen or been able to tell from the sounds right now, the trickling water is getting a little bit louder. Nice little pool just there, look. That must be about 2 foot deep in the centre, going back to where we've just come from down here. I am stood in the water, but I've got decent footwear for that. And it's only a centimetre or two deep at most. This is nice, isn't it? Look at that. Racing down, worn away by centuries of water ravaging and shaping it to this delicate little waterfall just here, look. It's only probably about half a metre, but round the corner, look, I think we're going to be presented with an even bigger one. Right, I'm not really going to show you any of me, but I'm going to show you what's behind me because it's absolutely beautiful. We've just come up, you can see the water flowing down there, look, that small waterfall, around about half a metre. It's not massive, but it's really, really pretty. That's very, very deep, isn't it? I'd say that's a good metre. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. It's lovely, isn't it, this? Absolutely beautiful. You can imagine it after a couple of days rainfall, it's absolutely bursting over the top, maybe overshooting, not even landing there, but you can see where it's worn away this rock pool. I bet that's where, after thousands of years, the water's just hit that after torrents of rain. I mean, this is as close as I can get. I'm right up to it now. Marvellous, isn't it? You can see where I am, look. I've straddled over that. And I've made my way up there. So that'll be the second time my mother's going to have a word with me about things like that. Stunning. Let's just take it in. Look at all that slate-like stonework, that soft rock that it has broken away and dug away over time. Moss on that side, but very little on this side. So I presume the water probably shoots around more and drops down this side in wetter conditions. Beautiful. Let's just listen. Okay, right now I'm going to attempt to straddle my way back to where it's split into two and see if we can get up and over and get you above this little waterfall and see what it looks like from above. Where we were near the beginning, where it splits into two, we've safely made it down. I'm nice and dry. I've got to attempt to get back up here and then loop around the top, and hopefully I shall see you directly above that lovely little waterfall. Okay, I clambered up and came through the field just a little bit more and appeared just here, and we're back with it. Look, we're on the upper section. Nice little bridge to cross over, gives us a nice perspective of what it's like down there. That continues on its merry way, coming from the source. But down that way, twisting through, is going to take us to the waterfall that I'm hoping to get on top of. I could get down that way, but I believe there's a viewing point down here. We can have a decent look down at it, and maybe even a clamber down. Just push through these bushes. It is a pathway, and there's a little opening on the right, look. Nice drop down there, isn't it? Not getting that way. Footbridge is just around there, maybe about 50 metres. There's a bit of a drop down, which will probably take us to the very first one we walked to. Remember at the beginning where we took a right? Now then, look at this tree. The bench there if you want to rest. It's rather nice, isn't it? There's our waterfall there, look. We'll look at this tree a moment, and then we'll take a look at that. But it's quite peculiar how that has been shaped the way it is, so it's completely normal coming down, look, but that opening, that's spectacular. Right, I'm gonna get myself down there. Okay, it's absolutely fantastic to see above where we were just stood right down there. It looks a heck of a lot higher up just here as well. You'd certainly hurt yourself if you fell down there, regardless of the plop you'll make at the bottom. It's shaped in such abnormal ways. You've got to be very careful if you do come here. It is open to everybody, surrounded by footpaths and no restrictions getting you down here, so I suppose it's take your time and be safe kind of environment. But again, I originally showed you up there when we looked down, and around there, left, right, left, is that steel footbridge that we crossed. But that's absolutely brilliant. You can actually walk around there a little way, look, but I'm not going to, because it just goes straight, and the majestic areas are the waterfall, aren't they? Okay, I'm going to safely get myself back up to the top where the bench and the tree is, get the coffee out, and then see if there's any more that we can find of the Lambley Dumbles. Again, this could be very slippy after rain, so be very careful if you do come. And also that ideal bench at the very top next to the very eerie looking tree. Now then, we go down here, look, there's another step pathway with a handrail. And again, I'm going to be very, very careful, as I just slipped a little bit there. I'm going to push around the edge. Now I think down there, that is that first one we went up, and I got blocked off by the tree. Now, this path does look a bit sketchy, but there is a handrail if you need it. And yeah, so right at the beginning of the video, we were stood down there and I climbed around and went further up. And you may have remembered me crossing over those logs like a little dam. These steps will take us round to another, like a viewing point, isn't it? Yeah, there we go, look. This has taken us directly above, look. It's the split, the junction of the two brooks. That's the first one that went up just down there. Let's see if I can just get you around for a better view. And on the right, look, that's the second one went up to that waterfall. So I'm not going to go down that way, but what I may do is follow that path back around and see if we can get to the other side of where that tree is. Right, bench and tree, that's the path we came in with the steel bridge. But if I go this way, that'll take us down to where it was cut off. But if we go around here, we may have a chance to see something we've not yet seen, so that doesn't go anywhere. But interestingly, look, that's where I got stuck at the beginning. Trees down, but it does carry on. Maps suggest that there is another bridge up there, so at least we can have a look down at what it looks like. Stood on the bridge that I previously mentioned, I thought was here, and looking down around about where we could not progress any further. Very, very deep, isn't it? Look at that down there. Don't know how well I can show it you. That's better. Look. And the trees that were fallen, probably about 100 metres or so down there. Look at that, it's a very long way down. Over the other side, over the bridge. Again, cut exactly the same. Gradually over 10,000 years, lowering and lowering and churning its way through, creating that beautiful area that I've just been exploring today. And not to mention, a lot of this woodland would be ancient. This is going to be ancient woodland, ancient flora, absolutely everything is historical here, so please be careful if you come and take your time with a steady foot. Path through Bonnie Doles now, the Woodland Trust. Obviously, thank you very much to the kind people that's left their green dog muck bags behind. That's very kind of you. I have passed numerous bins on this walk, so you could have dumped them in one of those, couldn't you? But little dog poo bag rant over. I'm walking through the Dolls, and our Dumbles is that line of trees over there. I'm gonna see if I can actually get close to it again at the other end where the village is, the village of Lambley, and see if we can look at anything else before I bid you farewell. So breaking away from that field I've been going through, look, there is a little, I think it's just an animal track. It's not really going to show us anything in particular. Still looks like it's quite a drop down there though, doesn't it? So no way I can show you that again at the moment. I've got to go through this kissing gate without a gate and try again a bit closer. Straight out into this playing field, look, and there's another little opening. Might be able to, oh yes, look here, I can get down, I think, carefully, it's not too slippy. Oh, look at this, and we get to see the Lambley Dumbles yet again. Oh wow, well, isn't that something? So up there, oh, that's quite a large chunk of something, isn't it? It's come from somewhere. Up there is where we were, 2 different splits, and also those waterfalls where we've been looking around. This is tranquil down there, isn't it? I'd love to see this in high water. I'll probably come back again, you know, after a couple of days rainfall, probably where the trees are bare as well, maybe November, December time, and we'll see it again, see what it's like with a lot more water coming down here. And to proceed up towards where we did the main visit, I didn't need wellies or different footwear because it's quite overgrown at the moment. As for going the other way, I think you probably could follow the edge of the water. However, I'm sure part of it appears in someone's garden, so I may just go and do 50 odd feet or so down there just to have a look and then turn back around, and I'll see you at the top. Okay, done a little bit more. This is as far as I'm going to go. Around there, it turns and goes below Catfoot Lane into a culvert and runs along Main Street through the village. I'm not going to be doing that, I'll get some very odd looks. So I'm going to turn around and get myself back up to the field where I'll say my goodbyes. So back on Main Street in the village of Lambley. I do hope you've enjoyed this video, a walk around the picturesque Dumbles of this village. Please like, subscribe and comment below. Any more suggestions, drop them in the comments below. And also take a look at the social medias popping up below: Facebook, X, Instagram. With Facebook being the main one for all the updates, where I'm going and where I've been. Drop me a follow, that link is below on screen now. From Lambley, Nottinghamshire, I'm Ant. This is Trekking Exploration. I'll see you in the next one.